Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Batman, what's wrong?
They've done it again, Robin.
Who? Done what again?
It's the Oscars.
Didn't the Oscars happen like well over a month ago?
Hey, I don't judge how you spend your free time.
Actually, you do. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all.
Turn off that music, it sucks! In my defense, I was not judging you. I was only speaking my factual opinion. But that's besides the point. I am so distraught right now.
Okay, but why?
The Oscars!
Please skip to telling me what happened and stop messing with the lights.
Okay, fine. But for starters, do you want to know what movie won Best Visual Effects?
What's that?
Not the Batman! Do you want to know what movie won Best Makeup and Hairstyling?
What?
Not the Batman! Do you want to know what movie won Best Sound?
Just spit it out, man.
Not the Batman! Instead, the award for Best Sound went to the movie where Tom Cruise flies a plane. A plane, Robin! The Batman had a scene where you hear the Batmobile rev up and shake the whole theater. But you give the award to a movie that showcases sounds we hear against our will when we're trying to have our quiet times every day?
I mean, I think a lot of the appeal of the sound in Top Gun is that you were able to hear it all up close and personal.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you saying that you want to hear the sound of airplanes up close? Book a ticket to fly on Alaska Airlines! If you want to hear my Batmobile rev up, you know what you gotta do?
Call the Bat Hotline and politely ask for a tour of the lair?
No! You hook up a nice TV soundbar with some hefty subwoofers and you pop in your 4K Blu-ray copy of Matt Reeves' 2022 masterpiece, The Batman!
I guess that works too.
And we haven't even touched on all the other categories the movie wasn't even nominated in. Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Costume Design, Best Editing, or Best Score. The Lego Batman movie didn't get nominated for anything, yet this somehow feels even more insulting.
Why would it feel more insulting?
You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Do you want to know what ended up winning Best Score?
What?
All Quiet on the Western Front.
And?
Oh my gosh, Robin, how uncultured are you? Not only was it the most boring score nominated, but do you want to know what nominated score it won against?
Bro, I got no clue.
Babylon! Up to that point in the award show, we knew that movie wouldn't win anything else, but since the Batman score wasn't nominated, we all thought Babylon had the score Oscar on lock, and the Academy couldn't even get that right!
Isn't that the movie that didn't do well on Rotten Tomatoes?
Robin, you did not just imply that you genuinely think Rotten Tomatoes is a website worth taking seriously.
I mean, they're pretty reliable if you think about it.
No!
If I'm being honest, I have yet to disagree with any of their scores.
Make it stop! Make it stop!
All right, I'll stop. But I just gotta ask, though, what's so great about...
What's so great about the Babylon score? Well, I would play it for you right now, but I don't want to get this video copyrighted, so I'll just sum it up by saying this. It's immaculate, and Justin Hurwitz is the composer of the century. The All Quiet on the Western Front score, on the other hand, more like All Quiet on the Western boring.
Batman, what's your point?
I'm just saying, even when they don't nominate me in a category, they still let the worst nominee win. And if I were the one hosting the Oscars this year, I would have interrupted the All Quiet on the Western Front composer and said, I'm gonna let you finish, but...
I'ma let you finish, but gasp?
No, Robin, I just realized something. Do you know who hosted the Oscars this year?
Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel, right?
Exactly. And do you know who hosted the Oscars in 2018 when the Lego Batman movie was snubbed?
Ellen?
No! The host that year was also Jimmy Kimmel!
Oh! So... what are you trying to insinuate?
Think about it, Robin. He conveniently hosted the year that the Lego Batman movie got snubbed, then stopped hosting entirely, then conveniently came back a whole 4 years later to host again when my new movie manages to not win anything?
Holy shady Jimmy, Batman!
I knew there was a reason I always preferred Fallon. Robin, there's only one thing we have to do now.
Oh yeah? What's that, Batman?
We have to murder Jimmy Kimmel.
Hold up, Batman. You can't do that.
Okay, but what if...
Murdering people is a sin!
I know. Don't worry, Robin. I was just kidding around. You know I wasn't really thinking of killing him. I just like to kid around sometimes. And sometimes that involves me making weird out-of-pocket jokes. I would never kill anybody. Although if I did...
Bruce, look at the monitor!
Breaking news! As of 45 seconds ago, Jimmy Kimmel has been unalived in his studio by longtime late-night Jimmy competitor, Jimmy Fallon. And that concludes our broadcast day.
Well, anyway, as far as an actual idea of something we could do, we could always have our own Oscars.
That's not a bad idea. Order in the court.
So, why are you doing your own Oscars again?
Because Jimmy Kimmel is the worst.
Jimmy Kimmel? Who's that? Some kind of Jimmy Clammel ripoff?
That's not important. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. Today we are gathered here together to give awards to me. More specifically, all the Batmen who have ever been snubbed by the Oscars.
Mr. Krabs, will I be getting paid overtime for this?
Give up your dreams, Mr. Squidward. It's not gonna happen. First up on the awards roster tonight, we got the OG, Batman the movie from 1966 with Adam West. I'm gonna give this film the Oscar for best way to introduce me to the world of cinema.
Makes sense.
Next, we got the two Tim Burton Batmans starring Michael Keaton. I'm gonna give these movies the Oscar for best way to introduce me back to the world of cinema. And Michael Keaton gets the Oscar for Best Actor.
Excuse me? I personally think that Michael Keaton's Best Actor Oscar should be revoked since he's gonna be in the Flash movie with Ezra Miller this summer.
Michael didn't know he was bad at the time of filming, so it doesn't count!
I'll let it slide this time, but I still think we should cancel him by association.
What does that mean, Patrick?
I don't know. I read it on Twitter.
Anyway, next up we got the Joel Schumacher films. And you know what? These are actually super underrated and super good, you guys. They have really clever writing from start to finish in both of the films, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with either of them whatsoever. So I'm giving Joel Schumacher the Oscar for Best Directing.
Well deserved.
Now next up here, we have all the DC films with Ben Affleck. And next up, we have the Dark Knight trilogy. Ladies and gentlemen, a performance of the winner for Best Original Song. Darkness! And finally, without further ado, we have the most recently disrespected by the Oscars film a la me, The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves and starring my main man, Robert Pattinson. To absolutely no one's surprise, I'm gonna give this beautiful piece of celluloid the Oscar for Best Picture. And with that, we have now given out every Oscar. So now, to close out the ceremony, here are some closing remarks from my good friend Squidward Tentacles. Take it away, Squiddy.
Well, folks, it has certainly been a nice evening of self-servitude, I guess, for lack of a better word. However, I'm sorry, but I have to put my foot down. Joel Schumacher's Batman is not good, and it did not deserve any awards. Why anyone would ever unironically enjoy watching Batman and Robin is beyond me. Chicks dig the car, more like chicks dig movies that aren't this one. Oh, it looks like Batman has something to say to me. Ah!
Keep Joel Schumacher's name out your mouth!
Thank you to all of my wonderful patrons at patreon.com/BagelGabe.
And especially thank you to Elizabeth Hernandez.
This is an outro screen. No, it's not very professional, but it gets the job done. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.